to AM Sports, and we're looking at all things hockey as the South African Women's Hockey Fives have qualified for the 2024 Hockey Fives World Cup in Oman. Now, this inaugural edition of the tournament will see participation of 16 men and women's teams from 5 continents competing to be crowned champions of the first ever Hockey Fives World Cup. The SA women's team boasts the likes of stalwarts Dirkie Chamberlain, Shindre-Lee, Simmons and Toni. The team aims to navigate uncharted waters, relying on their wealth of tournament expertise. They'll be coached by Tsoanelo Pholo, an Olympian herself who brings invaluable insight. And she joins us now in studio about the nerves ahead of the big tournament that's taking place in just 5 days' time. Good morning and welcome to Newzroom Afrika, Tsoanelo.
Lewa, thank you so much for having me.
I think I'm the only one that calls you Tsoanelo.
Yes,
I still am the only one.
You definitely are.
Because I mean, you know this Coach Pholo. Everybody calls you that.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm excited about the inaugural competition, the fact that you guys qualified through the African World Qualifiers. How is the team feeling at the moment ahead of the World Cup starting next week?
Oh, the team is looking unbelievable. We had a prep camp 2 weeks ago, and I was in awe of how the ladies came. I hate a January camp because
yes.
everyone has one more plate than they should over the Christmas break.
Yes.
But I was worried about our conditioning, but unbelievable. The girls are quick, fast, strong, and yeah, we're looking forward to it.
All right. The big concern at the moment, Coach, is the funding. The fact that you are self-funded. For me, I cannot believe that we're sitting on a national platform talking to a national coach, but you need to fund yourself to a World Cup. Yet you're wearing the green and gold. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, so the whole program it's not funded at all. Everything is self-funded by the players and ourselves as coaching staff. Yeah, we are all working as volunteers. It's been about 2 years now with the team. But yeah, every time we go out, it's on your own expense.
Are you telling me the flights, the tickets, everything, you're going to represent South Africa?
Everything.
And you need to get a loan somewhere?
Yeah, everything. From kit to coming to training camps, accommodation here, accommodation in Oman, everything you can think of that will be needed for a tour, yeah, the players are paying for.
And how much money have you raised so far? How much money is still needed?
We've raised almost 500,000, but another 500 needed. As I've been saying to anyone that has 2 ears, that it's not just about this right now. I would love to keep this program running and it be self-sustainable so that we don't have to say, hey, Lebo, can you afford to come to camp next weekend? Sorry, Coach, I can't afford flights at the moment. Sorry, Lebo, you can't come. How
does that impact the team? I mean, maybe let's say you've selected the best players and 1 or 2 players say, but actually we can't afford to fly ourselves to a training camp. Or now they can't afford to fly to Oman for the World Cup. Yeah. Or they can't afford a particular accommodation setup.
Yeah. So we do what we can with the little that we have. Not ideal, but things like staying over at someone's house, carpooling. Let's say you're coming from Bloemfontein to come to Joburg, sharing a car. You know, we can't afford flights. But for me, I always say to the girls that this is our first win. You know, so by the time we get to the World Cup, we know how much we have put into getting ourselves there, and it's brought us very close as a team because we all understand that, you know, there were not everyone in South Africa can afford 50 to 80,000 rand to put together within 3 months to go to a World Cup. Because again, the team was announced late November because we need to know who is the best of the best at the time. I couldn't announce the team last January and say, this is the team we're going to train with. Yeah. Because, form dips and goes up. So, right now, do I believe we've got the best 10 players in the country that's going to represent us at this World Cup? 150% yes. I really can't wait to get the team together and just to get going.
All right, let's talk about the pool. You're in Pool B alongside Australia, Ukraine and Zambia. You've already played Zambia in the qualifiers. And how do you fare as South Africa against those opponents?
Yeah, we lost to Zambia, which is something fantastic for African hockey because South Africa usually just dominates when we play African opposition. But, you know, I'm good mates with their head coach, Floyd Chomba, and then we talk lots about how do we get African hockey on the map. And I'm glad that we've got someone new and our neighbors in Namibia who are close, who are going to, you know, challenge us as we grow together to put, like I said, African hockey on the world map. So Zambia, yes, my friend, I can't wait to see you, but it's very difficult to lose to the same team twice, and we're not about to start doing that. We are playing Australia on day one, second game on day one, and you know, as South Africans, there's nothing better to do than beat an Australian team.
Obviously.
So there's added, you know, motivation for the players. And then the one team that we don't know much about is Ukraine.
Ukraine, yes.
Yeah, so Ukraine, and just watching a little bit of the 11s games now where they're playing at the Olympic qualifiers. Yeah, I think, you know, you will get what you can expect from a European country. You know, really good technical skills, running hard, but I think what I've seen from my girls and the amount of hours and work that we've put in, yeah, I think we're going to give everyone a run for their money. All
right, in case someone is watching this for the very first time, and we're talking about the Hockey Fives, the World Cup that's taking place from the 24th, and they're wondering what is the difference between, because we've just held the indoor World Cup last year in South Africa, and it's slightly different to indoor hockey. Obviously completely different to field hockey, or if you're playing out on the Astro. But explain to us the different rules and technicalities when it comes to the Hockey Fives.
Yeah, I just see that you just shown clips from the indoor World Cup.
Yes, yes.
So indoor, again, we've got sideboards so the ball does not go out. But now, Hockey Fives, we thought, how do we make hockey a little bit more exciting? So here you've got the same rules as the traditional 11s game that most of you know, and hopefully you played at high school.
Yes, we did. I played against you in high school, but you went to represent South Africa at the Olympics.
So you can lift the ball so the ball can come off the ground, unlike in indoor hockey, the ball has to stay on the ground.
Yeah.
You can hit the ball, which is a rule that we can't use in
Can you hit?
You can hit. Again, this is...
Or is it a bunt or a hit?
Every single hockey skill that you can imagine, you can use in Hockey Fives. I call it...
Really?
I call Hockey Fives hockey in a pressure cooker. If you ever watch a highlights package of an 11s game, that is exactly what Hockey Fives is.
Just compressed.
We've compressed everything. More fun, more excitement. There is a backboard, so the ball doesn't go out. So it's been something very interesting for the goalkeepers to toy with, because you might think the ball is missing the goals, but yes, it's going to come back from the backboard. So the ball is in play, I think, about 98 to 99% of the time. Especially now we're going to have ball girls and boys who are going to be throwing the balls in as soon as the ball's gone over the backboard or the sideboards. So it really is as exciting as hockey can get.
I really like it. So 90% of it non-stop. Absolutely love it. 4 pools for women. Obviously the men's team didn't make it. Are we going to be able... I'm not sure about Australia. Zambia also, I'm not quite sure. Ukraine, I can say, okay, maybe please go out and do your best. But who do you think will be able to dominate when it comes to the likes of the Netherlands is there, United States is there, New Zealand is there in Pool D?
So, fun fact is that when we come out of our pool in the top 2, if we are second, then we play the Netherlands, who are the tournament favorites. So, so sorry to Zambia. Australia and Ukraine, we are going to have to beat every single one of them, and that is our goal, to top our pool. Then we just avoid the Netherlands for now, and we'll beat them in the final later.
Yeah. All right, I like that attitude. Coach, thank you so much for your insight this morning. And you know what? We're urging South Africans to back you guys up, because this is ridiculous. For a whole South African team, the national team that will be representing us wearing the green and gold Hockey Fives in a World Cup, to be crowdfunding in 2024. And then when they come back at the airport with the medals, we're all cheering for them. Imagine if the Rugby World Cup, we had the likes of Siya Kolisi looking for sponsors to go to a World Cup. I think we can do better.